So, man, you're coming back into the ring. Um, how exciting is that with a whole new hairstyle?
Man, I've been growing out my hair. Everybody been telling me it's either Bruce Lee or Manny Pacquiao. So I'm just like, all right, But low key, I feel like Roberto Durant when he beat Sugar Ray Leonard. You know what I mean? I'm on those vibes with my hair right now.
Okay.
So no, it's just something different. But I'm definitely excited to be back November 16th. We haven't fought in a couple months now, and I'm there's not gonna be no ring rust. I'm there for the lights. They put me higher up on the card. We are fighting for a WBC youth title, so it's gonna be a little title to get me there. And yeah, it's all stepping stones, man.
You know anything about your opponent?
Yeah, he's actually from Vegas as well. So we both live in the same, we're in the same city. He's 16 1-1, so he has a great record. Um, that's basically besides that, that's just like the base stuff, you know, other than how he fights and whatnot.
So, and where you guys are going to be fighting at?
We're fighting at the T-Mobile Arena.
That's right.
Yeah.
So, is that like something that you've always wanted to do? I mean, how many times have you done it?
So I haven't fought in a T-Mobile Arena yet, and it did cross my mind that I would want to fight there. It would just I just I was in the car with my dad and I was like, that'd just be dope if I fight. I think it was a Canelo fight or something. And like that'd be so dope fighting T-Mobile. And so now I got the opportunity to do that. I fought in the MGM so far, as far as Vegas, MGM, Palms, Resort World, um, MGM twice actually, one in the conference center and then one in like the actual MGM,
Hmm.
which was my last fight. And now we're right here in T-Mobile Arena, and it's a dream come true, man, to be fighting in these big events and be a part of them.
Nice, nice. And what card is that exactly? Because I know Top Rank just put on their last minute schedule up.
So Shakur, um, mm, it's the Shakur card,
Is
and then
Shakur
also
De Los Santos?
yeah, Dos Santos, and then under that is Navarrete versus Constanzao. So it's
That's
like a
right.
two. It's like a championship doubleheader.
Yep, yep, that's a
Yeah,
good card. It's a
it
Thursday
is.
night.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so talk to me like where do you think you're gonna be falling in the bout? Like as far as what time people should be able to see you?
Oh, so main event usually starts at like in West Coast. It starts at like I'd say what 9, 8, something like that. So I'll probably find around 7:30. They actually put me pretty high up on the card. Is there is like that's the ESPN portion.
Hmm.
Is the two championship doubleheaders, and then under that is a welterweight. They're both like 16-0 or whatever. They have both really good records, and then under that is me. So
Nice.
one
So
like
you're gonna be on TV.
yeah, yeah.
That's good. That's good to be on the TV portion. That's nice. Um, you know, 9-0, 20 years old. I mean, what can we expect now? You had a little layoff, but what can we expect, in this fight?
You guys
Last time I
can.
talked to you, you said you was moving down in weight.
So we fighting at 118 this fight.
Okay.
So yeah, I did move down. My last fight I fought at I think it was scheduled 20, yeah, 120. So
Hmm.
I made the weight, fairly easy. I was good. I had no problems. So I was like, I go down to 18 really and start kind of, building up my rankings and getting more up there and getting a belt at this weight. So as long as I can stay comfortable with it and it's not bothering me the weight, because I am more of a muscular type of fighter. So, but it at this point it doesn't bother me at all, and I still get the weight off. So it's all good. So I think I'm gonna keep fighting at 18 for a minute and kind of have my reign here. But what can we expect? We can just expect just a beautiful performance. I'm gonna not only win, but I'm gonna put on a show, whether that be knocking them out or we're just boxing beautifully the whole fight. Me and my dad, structured a game plan, and when me and him get put together, we think about stuff, and he thinks about what I could do, what we should do, what we shouldn't do, and once we do that, it falls in line, and it kind of just goes from there.
Now, you're 9-0 with two of your fights were from KO. Um, Going down, 2 pounds. Do you feel like you're gonna be stronger at that weight?
Yeah, I'm actually you said two fights, right? I'm 9-0 with three knockouts,
You
and
got
then
three. You
yeah,
got
three.
three there.
Yeah, 9-0 with three. Um,
They gotta update that.
yeah, yeah, 9-0 with three. Yeah, you look on box break, I think they got it. Anywho, like going down in weight, I believe I have more power.
Hmm.
Because I'm only going down one weight class. It's not taking away from my power.
Yeah, you're right. Three. Sorry about that.
Yeah, yeah. No, you're good. It's not taking away from my power because I'm only going down one weight class, and I'm not draining.
And it's only
I'm
two
not.
pounds, right?
Yeah, yeah. I was 22. Um, but 18, honestly,
Four
it's
pounds.
it wasn't more so about the power. I've always had this power. Like I always have power. I could clip somebody and with a good shot and they're done. My problem was that it's just how I place the shot and how I throw it. Myself. And how my stance is and how everything is. It's just how I place it. As I've
Mm,
been getting better placing him, you, if you look from like my fourth fight and on, or no, yeah, third fight and on, I've dropped almost everybody,
mm,
like in every fight. Like I've dropped them at least once, if I didn't stop them. So my power is there. I've just been working on placing my shots better and being more technical when I throw it.
mm-hmm.
So when I throw it, whatever it comes out, as long as I hit them, it's gonna clip them. So I think it'll transfer over. It ain't really the problem. It's kind of more so a me thing.
I mean, in the same time, it's like, your last fight was your first 8 rounder.
Mhm.
So it's like, do you think you need a little bit more time to get those KOs? Like, more rounds in?
Honestly, I do think as the rounds go, like as I keep progressing in rounds, I think that's when I'll get a lot more stoppages too. Because, you know, it depends. Like the guys at my weight, they don't go in 6 rounds. They got hard heads. We're small. We're not middleweights where we just you know we could just both be good, and but all I need is to hit you with a jab, a good one, and you're done. You know, those guys there's not it's not meant for the brain to get hit that hard, especially at that weight. That's where there's weight classes.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I think as the rounds progress, like even in my last 8 rounder, I could have stopped them. I feel like I just would have placed my shots better, kept the pressure on him, and just kept tagging him with shots. I could have got him out of there. I gave him a huge cut above his eyebrow. They almost stopped the fight because of it. It was just split open.
Mm-hmm.
And I think if I would have kept like kind of just bothering that, I would have stopped him. Um, but I think as this 8 rounder, I've been working on a lot of things, and if all goes well, I should be able to do what I got to do to get him out of there. And if not, we're just gonna be here for a beautiful performance.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Get that 10-0. You got to get the 2 digits on the box right now.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um, just knowing, like, as far as your other performances to this one, what is something that you believe that you haven't been able to, like, bring out to the table for the fans? Or, it's just, because obviously now you're going 8 rounds. Your last fight was 8 rounds. You get to be, more of a showsmanship, or, like you just said, breaking. You have more time to break down your opponents. But, like, as far as, like, since your last 8 rounder, what haven't you shown to the fans that you would like to show?
Um, I've been showing to my fans a lot of different looks. Right now, I'm gonna show them another different look. You're gonna see another different style from Floyd that y'all particularly haven't seen yet.
Because we
Um,
always get different hairstyles,
yeah,
different.
different everything. Yeah, I be switching it up. I gotta keep you on y'all toes, man. Nah, but this fight expects something different for sure. If you look at every single one of my fights, I don't really fight the same.
Hmm.
That's just in my DNA. That's how I fight. I like to kind of adapt and cater the fight to like, okay, this is how he fights, this is how I'm gonna fight. I had 210 amateur fights, as an amateur, and one thing I did learn was many different styles. So whether I encounter one or I had to fight one like that, now I know. Now in pros, it still transfers over where it's like, okay, this guy kind of fights like this one guy I fought. What worked against him, what didn't, that type of thing, and I can compare him to like 10 other people, and like high class people too. Um, I just think y'all gotta expect a different Floyd. With me, y'all can't expect the same Floyd to come out and do the same old thing and just box how he usually boxes. Is different. Like if my last fight, I had a fight totally different, you know, and I had to just make these little adjustments, and that's what made the fight, so easy. That's what made me just box beautifully and keep him on the outside and just do what I got to do. You know.
At 20 years old, man, like, where do you see your final weight?
Um. Honestly, it's kind of hard to tell right now. At 20, I believe. hmm, Right now, I think 26 would be like my max right now. I'm only 20 though, and also I got to fill in. Um, my body, I still haven't got my man strength, my man body yet. I
You
haven't
think
filled
you'll
in
ever
all the
go to
way.
30?
I think I could touch 30. Honestly, I think I could touch 30. Just right now, like if I were to do it right now, you're saying as 20, probably
No,
be
no, no, no,
26.
no, not right now. Just in the future.
Oh, in the future, yeah, I think 30. I think 30 is my max. I'm not too sure on that, but I think 30 is my max to where I still can compete competitively and still fight, how I fight and
Hmm.
enforce my will upon them, without them just being too big. You get what I'm saying?
Absolutely, absolutely. Those weight classes, they tend to not be as popular as others.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think that you could bring to the table? Do you think your style, changes the game a little bit of saying, hey, look out for some of these, look out for this kid right here at this weight class. He's fun to watch. Or do you think that there's enough competition to make it, always fun, a funner, division, such as like the lightweights and stuff?
Right. Um, I don't think it's more so like my style or how I fight, right? Because how I fight is different, how I box is different, what I do is different. But I think what'll be enough in order for the fans to be like, okay, it's gonna be a sold out event, and we're fighting at 118 for a title fight. Is just me. You get what I'm saying? Like just me in general, like just me being the main event, me being the guy that's fighting whoever else.
Hmm.
That's what's gonna be the sold out arena thing, with from my fans and from the opposition's fans, that type of. I do bring that aura, you know what I mean. I
Hmm.
have that aura to bring, okay, let's everybody band together with me or against me, type
Mm.
of thing. And so I think that's enough to put that this division, on the map. You see guys like Inoue, he did the same thing. You get what I'm saying? He just brung
Yep.
himself. He brung himself. People came with him, and he could sell out an event in Japan or here. It don't matter. You know.
Yeah.
So that's the case with me.
Um. Now talking about the card itself, just looking at the Navarrete fight alone, what do you? It seems to me they're trying to like make a fight with him and Shakur later on the road. Um, what do you think about like the card itself? Starting with the Navarrete fight.
Mm, I think that'd be a great. It's gonna be a great card, regardless, right? Because then not only do you got just the main event guys, we got all the guys on the undercard.
Yeah,
You
you got me
know,
check. You got me wanting to check out those welterweight, the undefeated welterweights as
Yeah,
well.
they're right after me. I mean, yeah, they're right after me. I don't know what their name is. I forgot, but yeah, they're like something But that's besides the fact. Navarrete. He's an awkward fighter. He has a kind of just a weird just fighting style and just how he punches and how he selects his punches. But it
But a
works
high
for
punch
him.
volume.
He has a high punch volume and it works, you know. And he's been beating guys, of course, and he's came back from getting dropped and still winning, So I think with that Constantine fight, forgive me if I'm saying the name wrong, but I think that'd be a good fight because he's also a great fighter. Shakur fought him and he did out, he outboxed him, but that's him fighting Shakur. I think him himself. I think he'll put up a great fight against Navarrete. I think it's really down to just how they prepared, because Navarrete is going to come out and do the same thing as exactly, and at this high level, that's all they do. So it's kind of just whose style is meant for each other, and obviously with the Shakur fight, um, I think he was just outbox him, really.
De Los
And
Santos, you think
yeah,
he'll
yeah,
outbox him?
yeah. Unless he could bring something different to the table, I think it'll just be a clean sweep. Um, it's all about just training hard and his fighting style. It's just really hard to beat right now. You, you can't think of anything to beat him yet.
Mhm.
And it's harder to think it and apply it than it is to just think it. You just say, "Oh, do this." It's harder to do that. So
Correct.
yeah, I think Shakur's just gonna outbox him. Really.
You don't think the kid has enough boxing ability to put Shakur in danger?
I think Shakur has fought enough of those type of guys where even the little time he has, he's had to outbox Dos Santos. I just don't think you could bring something different. I may be underestimating him, right? And I know I'm pretty sure Shakur isn't. I'm just saying I just don't think he can bring something different. If he can, that'd be greater for the fans.
Hmm.
But even if he does, he's gonna have minor adjustments over 12 rounds that Shakur's probably can get like at least 10 of. So either way, unless he like clips him with a hard shot, I don't see anything different.
Mm, mm. So kind of a puncher's chance you're giving De Los Santos.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. It could surprise me, but I just
Yeah,
nah, you know.
I understand. Um, you think, this is the toughest opponent that at least, Shakur has seen as far as his resume is concerned?
Mm, Honestly, no. I think the Valdez fight was, and look how he made that fight. So, um, it's up there for sure with Dos Santos, but I just think he just clean sweeps him. To be honest with
Mm,
you.
mm. Um, and then we got some other cards here that are at the end of the year. What a good time to be in Top Rank now, right? That we got Showtime moving, and these fighters, the ones that are signed, kind of have to figure out what they want to do, where they want
Hmm.
to, if they want to continue or not. Um, but nevertheless, like we got this fight with Devin Haney and Regis Prograis. Now Devin just moved up. We were supposed to get the Devin and Shakur fight. Negotiations didn't fall through. Um, whatever that means at the end of the day. And now we got this fight. What do you think about the Devin and Regis Prograis fight?
Mm. Um.
Is that
I
more of a competitive fight, or is that less competitive than the fight that we just spoke upon with Shakur
I feel
and
like it could be. It could be for sure. See, Devin Haney, he just has a style where he boxes right. He hits you, then he moves, kind of like almost like an Andre Ward type of deal, right? Where he'll win, and just get the W regardless. And it is a hard style to beat, but Regis Prograis will try and give him trouble by if he's smart enough to try and box on the inside. You get what I'm saying? Like really take it to the inside and have Devin force Devin to bang, which he's not used to. Devin, even though he's not the biggest guy, he still has a big stature. Like his arms are long, he has long ligaments. So for him to like bang on the inside and throw short sweet punches is a lot harder than Progress, and you progress with what's his name? Um,
Daniel Zurella
yeah, but yeah, and you see
or
those
Josh
fights.
Taylor?
No, Josh Taylor. Josh Taylor. See that fight. He's able. Progress showed he's able to do that for 12 rounds, competitive rounds, not just like, all right, he's just putting on the pressure. The guy ain't throwing nothing back, or he's not moving. Bro, they were both going at it, and if Progress could force that, you know, granted he has to get behind Devin Haney's jab. He has to get away from Devin Haney's jab. If he can do that, it'll be a lot harder fight. I still think if I had to give my personal opinion, I think Devin Haney It's gonna take the win. And it'll be by unanimous. It just may be a little bit more competitive.
A little bit more
A
competitive.
little bit more competitive, yeah.
Mm, mm. So, another puncher's chance with with Regis Prograis. Then I'm assuming
Nah, I'd give it like a 8-4. You
eight
know,
four.
I give it like a 8-4. Yeah,
Mm.
8-4.
Now, as far as when it comes to Devin, like these other guys like Tio, Subriel Matias, how would he stand upon all those guys in your behalf?
Mm, I think Devin has a great boxing style. He I think he does. He knows this. He knows he has room to improve, right? Because you can't keep fighting the same, and then you also, you know, got these other guys that they may not fight this. They may still be fighting the same. Because that's what most guys. Most guys when they get to the top level, it's kind of like that's your style. That's how I'm gonna fight. Floyd did it. Everybody did it. But I don't know. I just don't think some of those fights even happen in the first place. To be honest with you, if Devin keeps all the cards too, he can play smart however he wants to. He can pick and choose whoever he needs to fight. You know,
So
like
what you think he'll probably go and fight Rolly?
he could do that. He could do whatever he want. You know, when you got all the chips, who cares? You know, like they can't say nothing to you. You have all the chips. You 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 beat the man that beat the man. So you know, it don't matter. People gonna say, oh, they should make this fight happen like with Shakur or not. It ain't gonna happen. Not anytime soon, unless he loses some of his chips, due to getting a loss or something like that. Then he'll be forced. But other
Hmm.
than that, he has all the power right now. He has all the Infinity Stones. He's not. He is not giving up. He's not giving up no leeway. Most he can do is if a fight needs to be needs to be made happen, and you know somebody's like like Shakur or whatever tries fight him whatever. Like, I got all the chips. You give me 70 65 percent of the purse. Shakur not gonna take it. I'm like, all right, well, the fight didn't happen, and he could just kind of keep doing that to whoever, because he deserves it. He can. He has all the belts, and when you got all the belts like that, you can say what you want, and do what you want. So, as much people like it or don't, that's kind of what he can do. And if those fights do happen, I think he'll hold up pretty well. He's still a young fighter. He was a champion at what 20. So um, I think as he progresses, I think he knows he's just got to get better and put different wrinkles in his game. Once he does that, I think he'll be there for a long time.
Mm. Where do you think like his major holes lie when it comes to his game and his major attributes?
Devin. Devin has. I'm sorry, his attributes. I think Devin has a great jab. He has really long reach. Like I said, look back to the long ligaments, his long legs, long reach. Um, his jab is really key. That's kind of how he wins a lot of his fights. It's just jabbing and then kind of all like stopping the opponent's punches. Like he'll throw a jab or whatever and say somebody come with three. You're probably missing all three, or they're grazing because he got good defense. Like they'll graze or if they hit him, he's like this. It's not like just it's not on the button. You know,
Mm.
kind of like how when Floyd had his defense, and it wasn't really when he got caught, it wasn't on the button, and if it did, everybody was like, oh, so I think that's his main attributes. He does put some pretty good. They're not advanced combinations, but he still puts them together like a 1 2 3. He'll put them clean and sharp, and that's all you need. Boom, he's out the way. Tie up, move out the way. Um, so he definitely knows how to like hold the opponent's punches, but as far as like his disadvantages, I think he due to his long reach and all that, his he can't it's harder for him to fight on the inside. Not saying he
Mm.
can't, he doesn't have the ability to. I just think it's a lot harder for him to fight on the inside and keep everything short and sweet and come around more so compared to like a guy with shorter arms and like me. I could do that, because I'm shorter. I just have a smaller stature, but I still get the job done on the inside. I think that and then pressure. I haven't seen too much of him getting pressured like OD, like a Floyd and Castillo type of thing. I haven't seen him get pressured like that yet. So I wonder how he handles that. Um I believe he'll do well. I just don't know if like under that amount of pressure, how many more punches he would land, and how can he keep him on the outside all day? You know, like with the Loma fight, and I had to like I could say like 8-4, right? 7-5. You can have it
Mm,
around there, right? And and when you look at it, Devin won most of those rounds. But when it comes to stuff like that, when Devin won most of those rounds, people don't look at that eyeball. You know, the eyeballs too. Like Devin just beat him, and then he would just get him out the way. You know, Loma was just I think Loma was more shocking, more like pizzazz, you know, and people wasn't looking at that. And when Loma would mix it up and come forward, Devin's not used to that, you know. Um, but I mean, time will tell what he improves on and what he keeps the same, and how long that keeps him, and keep him forever or won't.
yeah, yeah. And then in your behalf, you probably believe Shakur beats them all.
Um, yeah, I think honestly, if I could think like a few people that I don't see getting beat right now, is, Shakur, Crawford. Um,
You see Tank getting beat anytime soon?
Possibly, but I don't think that'll affect how much he'll make and everything. I think he'll still be making more than a lot of these guys.
Yeah,
It don't
it's
matter,
just
bro.
like when Tyson lost, he still was
Yeah,
killing it.
he's still gonna be pay-per-view star, because I mean he can get clipped or whatever, or like just lose the fight. Because I don't think he'll get knocked out, but let's say he just loses the fight or whatever. Um, oh well, the fight a couple guys and then run it back, and then people are gonna still see him. Maybe he'll knock out this guy this time. Like he's still the only way I see him getting buried like that is like if he loses twice to the same guy. Then that's the only
Mm,
way I see him getting buried. But he's like a Tyson where just knock. The people keep watching him because he just knocks people out.
mm, mm.
That boy looks like a young Pac-Man. I'm telling you, man. Then I tell you, I get those all the time. It's either Pacquiao or Bruce Lee. I appreciate that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's what's up, Lorenzo.
I'm on my Pacquiao when he beat De La Hoya
Yeah,
on
facts,
those
facts.
vibes.
So is that what you keeping for your fight? Is that the look you're going for?
Well, this I kind of just had to do it because I'm off the wake up and I ain't trying to have crazy, crazy hair, on the interview.
Hmm.
But honestly, I don't know. I still haven't even fully thought of like how am I gonna put my hair? Do I just mani Pac-Man in and just keep it there? It looks cool when I'm like sweating and like I have sweat going on and stuff. It looks really cool. Literally like how Pac-Mans look. I'll keep
Yeah.
it like that. But I think in the beginning of the fight, I'll try and like I don't know. I don't know because I don't even know. Can you put gel in your hair in a fight? You probably can, right?
Nah, cause then it's gonna like
It's gonna get in my
control
eyes
your
and stuff.
eye. Yeah,
Uh,
you
and
don't
that's the
want that.
con. I don't know. I probably just gotta leave it like whatever and just
Yeah.
because all my fights I've been doing a lot like I'll take the time out of my day to go get my hair done for like 5 hours and then they're doing all that, worrying about what hairstyle I'm gonna get, whatever. I'm going there like that. I'm just going there with my outfit. No, I'm just gonna put on something and I'm gonna do what I gotta do.
Go to Manny. Go to Pac-Man work.
Go to Pac-Man work, man. If you look, no, I'm on my Froby stage right now. Remember Kobe when he had the fro,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
bro? Man was unstoppable. He was unguardable. Kyrie, bro.
So this is your version of that. Is that
Yeah,
what you
yeah,
said?
yeah, yeah. They when guys just be going through or they just grow their hair out and they're just like whatever. Them
Yeah.
the guys that be like they be unstoppable then, cause they're
Mhm.
not caring about going to the barbershop before that. Like
Nah.
they going to work, man.
Yeah, let's just wash this shit and get out of here.
Yeah, that's what I'm on with my hair right now.
So we got this big banger before I think it's after your fight. It's David Benavidez versus Demetrius Boo Boo Andres. And the whole card it looks nice. We got like Subban Matias, worth undefeated fighter. Then you got Jamal Charlo coming off of a big layoff fighting, Jose Benavidez, which is really a welterweight moving up.
Hmm.
And then you got the main event that a lot of people are saying that they're underestimating Boo Boo. A lot of people don't know who he was because of his amateur background. His pedigree is deep, but then you get these raw talents, right? That they stick him with a few amateur fights, but they keep him on the low key. You can get him with smoker fights, build this animal like a David Benavidez that only had 5 amateur fights, but he's been around the gym, sparring guys like Golovkin, Kelly Paflick, and the list goes on, right?
Mhm.
And you make a David Benavidez. We all know him to be, a monster in the ring, and a lot of people haven't really seen too much of Demetrius Andres. What about you? Have you seen a little bit of him, or not necessarily?
So I haven't. I know Boo Boo on Andrade,
Okay.
especially from when Canelo was like, "You want payday?" Remember when they were?
Yeah,
He said,
I
"You
know
want
that.
payday?"
I
I
know
know
that.
that you want payday. Yeah, yeah. Hold on. I want to get to my dad's comment too. He also said he's gonna comb my hair like Roberto Durant. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just comb it,
All the
and
way
then
back.
I think not all the way because I don't. It's not grown enough yet. The fight after that, I'll probably be able to do that. But if I
Yeah.
have to be a little to the side, we'll see. But besides that, it's you said Benavidez versus Boo Boo, right? Yeesh. Boo Boo's a great fighter. I've seen him before. He's people don't know because he's kind of more on the boring side. You get what I'm saying? Like he gets the job done, but it's not really like ooh ah. There's a couple fighters like that. There's nothing wrong with that. That's just how your style is, and you just beat the guys easy and then call it a day. But I just don't think he beats Benavidez. I think Benavidez has had those hard fights, has had those big like sold out fights and the opponents he's been fighting. I just think he puts it on Boo Boo, but I don't think as much as people would think at all. I think Boo Boo's not he's not nothing to mess with, and he if he can keep a sharp kind of stature the entire fight, I think it'll give Benavidez a little bit of problem. But let's see if Benavidez overwhelms Boo like he does basically everybody else. Um, he has the power to do that. He's fast. I think his main problems is his defense. He gets caught, and he can get. I think he can get knocked out if anything. If like Boo Boo wins, because Benavidez he drops his hands a lot. Um, and that's just what it is. He drops his hands a lot. That his offense is his defense. But when he goes on defense, I haven't seen him do nothing else besides just like this, and then just pray he doesn't get around or under.
Mm.
Like, but after that, then he's like throwing like 20
Trying to
punches.
trying to counter you as
Yeah,
well.
and he's throwing like 20 punches in between. So I just think he beats him. Benavidez beats Boo Boo. It could be a little harder fight if Boo Boo can catch him on those times that he's slipping up. But other than that, I don't think he'll stop him. I just think he'll beat him, and people will be surprised that he's as good as he is because nobody really knows about him. Unless you're like most casuals or people that really don't know boxing, don't know Boo Boo. So
Correct. Correct.
yeah,
Um. So you think it goes the distance then?
yeah. Distance Benavidez. Boo Boo will give him a little harder time than I think most other people would think, and then
You think he gives him a harder time than Caleb Plant?
Yeah, I think so. If he doesn't do the same thing like Caleb Plant did, like Caleb Plant, he was boxing beautiful, but with a guy like that, sometimes you gotta fight the fighter. Like guys like that, bro. You're gonna stay on your bicycle and keep moving on your back foot and doing all this and that. It's not gonna work, man. Like you're gonna get tired. Like that's what happened. I bet it on that fight. I bet it on Caleb. I had money on Caleb because
Mm.
Caleb had all the tools to beat him. And I know he wasn't gonna fold. Like it wasn't a fold under pressure thing or nothing like that. It was just Benavidez was coming and he kept jab jab. Okay, move. I gotta move. I gotta move. I gotta feint. Like what? Like I'm hitting him clean and I'm moving. Sometimes like that. I think you gotta fight the fighter and give him some of what he doesn't. What he be giving out to people. You know,
Mm.
give him that and give him that back to him. I just think um I think he could do better than Caleb because he is a bigger guy, he's like bigger stature, you know. Um, but Caleb was a great example. He can be, Benavidez can be beat like that. It's just you gotta mix it up a lot, you know. It's
Mhm.
easier said than done. Like I said, I could say all this, and it's different when you have to fight and apply that. It's totally different.
If you had to rate the excitement upon the three fights we just mentioned, when it came to the Shakur, Devin, you said that Devin's going to be a little bit more competitive than Shakur's. Now, where does this fight lay when it comes to competitiveness and action?
Are we talking in terms of all of them?
Yeah, at the
Oh,
end of the year, we're talking the end of the year fights.
mm, mm. I think unless Shakur knocks him out, I think he'll be second to Devin Haney and Prograis. Um, I think that just that fight is gonna be exciting because Prograis, that dude's a dog, bro. Like even though he lost to Taylor, like he still
David the dog.
yeah, yeah, like and David's a dog as well. But
David the
but
dog.
but I think David will make more of like not a shutout performance. I'm not saying that, but a more like stamp it like when he wins, nobody's gonna be like oh or whatever. I
Got
think
you.
I think with Devin it'll be more like that just because especially after that previous last fight with Loma that people thought he got robbed that they're immediately any casual that goes into the fight is gonna immediately think that. They're gonna think that exact same thing, and that he's gonna get robbed because
They're
because
not
he
even
got all
gonna
the
watch the
belts.
fight a
They're not
second
gonna
time.
even they're gonna go get a beer in between rounds and not care. They pay for the seat because they just pay to be in an environment, but they're just gonna be like, he got robbed because somebody else goes, everybody else is gonna follow suit. So I think that'll be more like a bigger fight, especially if Progress keep putting it on him like that and Devin has to keep boxing and keep moving him out. I think that'll be a more interesting fight. I know I'm probably like underestimating Dos Santos, but I just think Shakur just puts it on him. Um,
Mm.
he is relentless and he does the thing about Shakur. He does a lot of rounds. I've seen it. 14 rounds, 15 rounds. Um, I'm just saying like I just think he puts it on him. Never, I couldn't read that.
It's G Smooth Cash Flow, bro. I'll rock with you, my guy. You are a Latino Floyd with heart. Uh, bad mother. Mad respect, young man. You're the future.
I
Salute,
appreciate that, man. Thank you very
salute,
much, guys.
salute to
Salute,
G
salute,
Smooth.
salute.
Yeah. So, you know, then we got that undercard, man. That undercard is nice, man. We got Jamal Charlo and Jose Benavidez, and then Jose Benavidez is a dog himself. The
Mm-hmm.
Benavidez brothers are dogs.
Ooh, that's also gonna be a good fight.
A lot of
Charlo should.
answers, right? We need answers that night because we have one that's almost been out for 3 years, and then we got one that's coming into the division.
Yeah, and on top of that, like Benavidez, what was the last fight? His last fight was with Danny, right?
Nah, he fought somebody else like 3 months ago at 160.
Oh, okay. So he's stepping into that weight class. Okay.
Yeah,
Um, from when because I saw the Danny fight, I was there. I was like front row. I saw that fight.
yeah, Danny
It was an
did a good
exciting fight.
job.
And Danny still got it. I think Danny, if he gets back in the ring, he can still put something on. You
Yeah,
know?
he's supposed to fight Lara. Hopefully that goes down.
Yeah, yeah, that'll be dope. It definitely looks like I think he'll probably come back. I mean, and you get a big payday too. Like Danny Garcia, people came out for him. Like I was in New York and everybody came out for him. So I think he'll do it again. Boxers. I'm pretty sure when I retire or semi-retire or whatever, right? Where I'm like I'm stepping away from the sport. I'm gonna want to come back. That's why Floyd does exhibitions. Like you know, he does it. Yeah, I mean, yeah, he'll make a lot of money or whatever, but he does it because he misses it. Like you ain't gonna. How you gonna be boxing? That's all we know. We box our whole lives, and then we're done, and just no more. Like once you're kind of like 35, 40, sit, and then now we got whatever. What's the average for 80? So like 40 more years to just chill, or 50 more years to just now hang out and relax, which is good, which is cool. Most people don't get to do that, but you'll miss it. But back on that, I think I don't know. I think Benavidez he is pretty exciting though. I like that. He's exciting. He likes to like come on, like he is a crowd pleaser for sure. And Charles been out for a long time. So I don't know. I just don't think Russ, like when you get to that stage, I don't think Russ really plays the key. Probably maybe for 2 rounds.
Mm.
But sparring, you get back in sparring. If you're not sparring and not doing
Yeah,
it, then
your
that's
timing's
different.
off.
Yeah, then that's different. If you wasn't sparring at all throughout this entire time and nothing like that until you got to camp, then that might make a little difference. You know, once you
Mm.
get to that stage, like Floyd fight once a year. Once you fight once a year, you can do that. Just title defense, and that's it. You don't really get rust like that. You know, as long as you
Yeah,
can stay in the gym, be disciplined, not be out partying, drinking. You know.
yeah, 100%. Now, a fight that I wanted to get your prediction on because it's closer to your weight class, and it's also happening this year on the zone with Sonny Edwards and Bam Rodriguez. What you
Mm.
think about the fight? Obviously, I'm pretty sure you look at that fight a little bit differently than other people do.
Um. I think Sonny Edwards, he's a pretty good boxer. I mean, he's a pretty good fighter. You know what I'm saying. I wouldn't say boxers more like when I say boxers more like 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 Caleb, like or like Floyd, like those type of guys are just boom
Students
boom,
of the
like
game.
yeah, students of the game. Pugilist type of thing. I think he's a good fighter, and he's a tight guard. Most of the guys are weight classes. Like when you start touching going 15s and just getting to that lower weight classes. Um, those guys we're fast, we're literally grown men that are this height, like yay high.
No, say it, talk your
Yeah, no,
shit, talk your
we're
shit.
grown men, yay high, and and we yeah, we'll still crack, we crack way harder than a normal human being and all that, right? But we're small, so what do we gotta make up for that? Like literally, everybody in the division is
Speed.
fast. Like you can't be slow and be a grown man and be slow at just at weight class like this. It doesn't make any sense. Once you hit the
Nope.
teens, it doesn't make any sense. I don't know why you're slow and we're small. We're small, you know. So I think
Standing at a whopping 5'5".
yeah, I know, like yeah. So I think though, I think Bam, I think he's just gonna keep doing what he does best. Bam's he's a great fighter. He's good at angling. He definitely has a high paced tempo.
Mm,
That's hard to mess with. Like okay, boom, I'm getting jabbed here, and then okay, boom, 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 getting touched with 3 punches here, and then he's angling, throwing
yeah,
two
the
more.
Mexican Loma.
Yeah, that type of, but that's what he is. He does that type of style that it's exciting, and he also gets the job done in a kind of show stopping performance. So I take nothing away from both of them. I just think I think Edwards would just be too lax for when he and to beat a guy like that, you gotta also have a high output too. You can't. It's either you have a really high output as him, like when he fought that one Mexican dude, Bam. I'm speaking. Um, I think he was wearing like I'm giving a little detail, but he was wearing like the blue trunks that day, blue and gray, I think, or something like that. And I think it was for Bam's first world title or something like that. And
Okay.
yeah, the dude gave him trouble, like because the dude was standing right there when he was standing right there. All right, Bam's gonna throw. As soon as he throws, catch, boom, boom. He threw like six of them back. Just throwing to the body and throwing around. So when he angles, it cuts him off, even if it doesn't hit him. He gave Bam like a harder fight like that. You know. So I think it's either you out have a high output as him, and kind of bang with the banger, or like throw with the fighter, or you have the cleaner, like much cleaner shots. Kind of you got to be on your Floyd stuff, you know, and because all those punches won't matter if say he does 3 or 4 right, and you're catching. You could clearly see judge. Everybody can clearly see it's like slip, catch, and then I touch him with like boom boom. I touch him with 2 or 3, and they clearly land a full glove. Like when you do stuff like that, you could beat him like that as well. I just think that style would be a little bit more harder than just kind of fighting with him.
Yeah.
Um, and I think Edwards would be too lax. Like he has a good guard. He's more the standardized boxer, and he'll try to come behind his jab a lot, and maybe he'll throw to the body a lot. But I just don't think it matches up to what the formula you need to beat Bam. You know?
Mm, mm. Do you think that you know Bam Rodriguez might be like a future Hall of Famer?
Um, I think so. I mean, if he keeps trying to go up weight classes, and I think if he can go up probably a couple more, like kind of touch my weight class and stuff like that, and fight, um, we might even fight one day, and who knows? But
I
wait,
think
what weight does he fight at? It's like one. I think it's 112, right?
I think it was, yeah, but then he
Oh
go
snap!
up. He went up on one of them.
Yeah, if it's 112, we're never fighting, guys. I'm telling you right now, it's not happening. We're never fighting.
But
Um,
what
if it's
you think about
115,
that fight?
maybe.
You think it would be a tricky fight?
Oh, me and him.
Yeah.
That'd be a good fight. I take nothing away from him. I think he's a good fighter, but I just think I'm a better one, and I think the only thing these guys really got over me, honestly, is their age and their experience, and championship experience at that. I need to get that championship experience before I start talking like, okay, I want because I can't beat these guys right now. I think it's just right now I gotta play my part, stay in my lane, do what I gotta do, go my way.
Flyweight.
So that's 112. He's 112.
Hmm.
Oh my god. No, yeah, we're probably never fighting, guys.
Yeah, he like
And I think he
20.
went up for that too, because I think he used to be 108 or something.
He used to be 108. Yep.
Well, if it was a fantasy fight, let's say if let's say I don't know, let's say he grows a couple inches or what, I don't know, whatever. Let's say he just gets bigger.
I don't
He's just
know.
let's say
Got the guys start to stop around like 18, but you never know. You never
you
know.
never know. But okay, let's say we do fight. I think that'll be a great fight. People, it's sold out arena. I'm talking fighting. I'll put the fight somewhere in Texas or something like that because they
Mm.
like that type of him coming forward, type of style. They're gonna probably hate me because of the way I box. Um, I just think I think he's a great fighter. I just think I'm a better one. He does. I have a lot of experience. I'm pretty sure he does as well, especially amateur wise. But I may be only 20, but I'm a young vet. I've been in the game for forever. Longer than a lot of these pro boxers. You know,
Mm.
and what I know up here is a lot different from a regular fighter. So I also think of what he got good and what he does great. Because you can't take that away from him, and that's probably what he's gonna apply to the fight. So I think I'd be Bam. I know I'd be Bam. It'd be that championship experience that it's mainly down now it's down to the conditioning. Can I do 12 rounds being on my toes 12 rounds? And
Yeah.
that's what it really boils down to, I think, for me.
Yeah, you gotta look at guys like Inoue. You know what I'm saying? Maybe
Exactly. And
get
I'm
those guys on their way out.
mhm,
If they love boxing that much, they can stay because you're only 20.
I'm only 20, yeah.
Those guys are in their 30s, so
Nah, I've been looking at guys like that already. They don't know, but and even if he does, I'm creeping up. I'm just steady staring at those type of guys, fighting
yeah.
all these guys to get to that, to get to that guy. To get to those like, sold out, and we're gonna fight in Japan. So
What did you think about that fight
which one?
with Fulton and him?
Um,
Shushu wants to get at Inoue.
um, nah, I think he's too big. He'll have to go down. Anyway, it's not going
Because
down to
Inoue's
20.
trying to go up.
Yeah, to 26.
Inoue's trying to go up, son.
If okay, I think he'll go to 26, but nowhere near right now.
I
And
think
for a
he's
fight,
definitely gonna fight Robesi. I think that's gonna definitely happen.
that could happen. I
'Cause
just I don't know.
he didn't go to Japan for no reason for that co-main event.
You think so?
Yeah, they
All
don't do
right.
boxing don't do things for no reason.
No, and you know what's solace to them? They're all really tight with like his wife is Japanese. So he always has a big Japanese stable. So I think like that'd be a good fight as well. But I don't know. I thought Fulton was gonna do a lot more. I ain't gonna lie. Like I was going for Fulton. I just thought, I'm going for the American. I'm like, let's see. Fulton's a great fighter. Let me see what he can do. I think he can box in a way, as long as he don't get caught. And he got caught. So, even before that, I think he was more so, he was not scared, but I think he was very hesitant on Inoue's power going into the fight. Like this dude before the fight was already thinking like this dude cracks, like the Hulk, and I'm not gonna want to get hit at all. And look, Inoue does crack. I mean, that dude got retarded power, but it doesn't. Guys like that, it don't work if you don't get hit. You know what I mean? Or if you take away from the punch. And but that's hard. Like I said, it's easier said than done. Inoue he mixes up his punches, goes up and down. He has a pretty good jab that people don't see. He has a really good jab. I think he has the highest, one of the highest jab like like throwing to landing percentage. You know, like
Oh yeah.
yeah, yeah. And boxing right now, he's like third or something right now. Cause
Mm,
cause he has a great jab. It's a lot of doom doom. Okay, now I'm throwing hard. You know, it's not. People
mhm.
think it's just he's just coming in and just throwing it. Um, I don't know. I thought Folsom was gonna do a lot more. Ali was like, I was asleep. My dad was up for the fight. I'm
Yep.
pretty sure he's still watching right now. He was up in the fight for sure. It was like 4 a.m. I was not. I was like, I was trying. I was gonna watch. I was like, nah. I was watching in the morning. I went to sleep. I woke up and went to the. We actually went to the gym, Top Rank, and then they had the fight on. And I was like, oh, let me watch it, bro. My dad was like, stop him. I was like, what? He stopped Fulton. I was like, no way. And he caught him pretty nasty too. So, um,
Yep. Very nasty.
hey, Inoue's power is like decimating a lot of people. So, like kudos to him. He did great,
Yeah,
man.
man. He did an interview saying he would move up to fight Tank.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, well, Tank's at what, 30 or 35?
Tank can make 130, but he's at 35.
He's at 35. Okay. Nah, I think Tank responded to that. Tank was like, um, oh yeah, Tank was saying like he likes little dude. He think dude is strong. He's like
He's
he think
light
that'd be a
there.
great fight if he were to fight him.
Yeah, he thinks he might be a little too small, but I guess Inoue walks around at like 140.
Yeah. Oh really? Well, and you know what? That makes sense. I get around that weight. Like we get pretty big. We're just small. Like we're just small.
Yeah, yeah, losing 20 to 20 plus 25 pounds is easy for you guys to do.
Yeah. Our
Any
metabolism.
box, that's what boxers lose.
Yeah, it's average. And UFC fighters be worse. They be doing like 40s and stuff. Them dudes be getting. It's crazy
Damn,
how.
your boy Fury looked crazy the other day, son.
Oh my. Ah, man, you can't say my boy, man. Damn. Now, he is associated with his boxing. It was boxing versus MMA that day. I was
Yeah,
like, what the hell? When he got dropped, I was like, um, but I mean, I think he just went into the fight like whatever. Like he probably didn't train much or whatever, just because it's like he's fighting a UFC guy, so he was like, nah. MMA guy, he was like, nah, he ain't gonna do too much. I think Ngannou would be pretty good though. I don't think he'd be a bad fighter for boxing, cause bro, he took an elbow from Tyson and was like, "Oh, that's normal. Let's keep going."
yeah,
Like,
this
if
is what we
bro,
do.
if this was a regular pro like box, like if say he did that to Wilder or something, bro, he probably would have got stopped because of the disqualification or something. Because Wilder,
Mm.
us box, bro. If I get elbowed in the face, I'm being like, oh, like this dude just elbowed me in my face, like, you
I
know.
know, homie took it like nothing, right?
Bro, he just said doom, and he just got hit and was like, it's normal. Like,
Facts, right?
bro, it's
Like,
just used to. He's a heavyweight that's used to like 4-ounce gloves, So 8 ounces, he's like, oh, what do we got? Pillows on our hands, you know? Like,
fact.
like that's why he'll be dangerous because he's been kneed, he's been elbowed, he's been kicked in the face. So I'm
Different
pretty
type of
sure.
durability.
Yeah, oh, those guys. If most boxers right now could have that MMA durability, there'd be a lot more interesting fights. You know, because that's kind of was back then, in my opinion. And back then, that's when those guys was. I don't know, for some reason, like they'll go 15 rounds and bro, they'll be catch. They'll like rock each other like 5 times throughout the fight and still be, you know, throwing
Yeah,
at each other. That's what made boxing really exciting. So let's hope it gets back to that.
they had good beards back then.
Yeah, 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 they did.
They did for sure. So man, talk to me about like when it comes down to Vegas and stuff like that. How's the work? How is it out there? Just getting work out there.
Look, Vegas speaks for itself. Like when it comes to like boxing, Vegas, man, there's so many talented fighters out here and a lot of sharp work. People come from Shushu comes. Everybody, people come from New York, all over, the states, even the world, to come over here just to work and be in camp here, because here is where it's at. Like, people think Vegas would be distracting, whatever. Honestly, it's not. If you out the way, you out the way, regardless of where you're at. I could be living in the strip, you know, and I could still be out the way, because that's how I like to be. I like to be out the way. I don't like that. We're gonna go partying. Granted, I'm not 21 yet, so I've been able to go to clubs and all that, but it just ain't for me. You get what I'm saying? Like, I just know when it's not for me, it's not for me. I could be out the
You got
way.
a different path. You got a
Yeah,
different
no, yeah,
opportunity than
yeah.
somebody else.
I could be out the way and still and keep that same good work, because that's the only problem that could lie with being in Vegas training, be that being distracted, because there's no way you could find a party right now, like
Mm.
there's parties going on. If you don't know somebody, you know somebody that knows somebody. You get what I'm saying? It's Vegas. People party, gamble, and
It's the
it's
Wild Wild West.
it's come on, man. It's the Wild Wild West. So Vegas, we have great work, man. I love being in here, in Vegas. It's phenomenal. I get so much good work. Shakur comes out. Everybody comes out here. Why? Because it makes sense. You got good mountains. You got you got great sparring. So many gyms that you keep yourself private, even though there's like a lot of people here that box. It's like the epicenter, one of the epicenters of boxing. You know.
You guys have a lot of young talent coming out of the J Prince gym too. I see a lot of youngins.
We do. We do. You
Who
see our
should we be on
stable.
the lookout for?
You said what happened?
Who should we be looking out for?
I think guys like, I think all of my stable mates, like I give credit to all of them, because we all doing our thing. You got Troy, you have Abdullah, guys like that. Like we've been putting on our work, and my boy Jihad, like we all got
Tucker
like,
fighting soon too, right? On the
yeah,
ninth.
he's fighting December 9th.
Yep, yep.
December
He's
9th.
coming back.
So we got all them guys. We got Duke. We got all them guys that, hey, whether you like us or don't, we're still doing our thing. So, repping as J Prince right now, like as the J Prince squad, we've been doing our thing. Where he has a great stable. There's a lot of potential in all of us. So let's see where all of us go. I know where I'm going. That's to the top. And as far as them, they gonna do what they need to do.
Yeah, man, that's impressive, man. I see even the peewees being there too, man. I be seeing
Hmm.
them all in there. Um, you guys got the ping pong table up in there and everything too.
Oh man! So when I got signed, right, and when I went to Jay Prince's house and all that, I walked in. I walked in the house. Um, Nobody's there besides the coach. He's cooking, right? And then then I'm like, where everybody at? And he's like, oh, they're out in the back. Open the back, and it's obviously has a big backyard. Come on now. And it was a ping pong table. You got Crawford and Shakur playing ping pong. Then it had like what was it, Efe Jagba, also my guy. I got Josh Greer, also my guy. All them there, and it was just like wow. But I didn't realize there's like I don't know, it's like there's like some like secret, like like I don't know, like clan or something of like ping pong players in boxing. Like, you'd be surprised, the Maloney brothers. You'd be surprised people take ping pong so seriously in boxing for some reason. And then so I started getting into ping pong. We got a ping pong table at Top Rank. You know, I play almost every day. When I can. I play with Frank. Frank's there. He'd be opening the gym. My guy. No, I'm playing with my dad, of course. My father. He always be beating me. So I got to get on my game. But just ping pong in general, like with all of us, is crazy. You know, like
It must be kind of crazy to see like how people like cut corners in boxing and like not to throw any shade, but Nico Ali Walsh in his last fight.
yeah,
It was like a clear indication of not having enough experience in there with someone that could be that wild and that you know I mean you got to throw punches, and sometimes you got to get that rough sparring that you're gonna get rocked. There's a lot of babysitting sparring going on in a lot of the gyms.
No,
Then you
okay,
put them
so
with the lights.
yeah, and it does change a lot of things, but I think more so with Nico, you know, 'cause that's my guy as well. I just think
Good kid.
he, no, he's a great kid. He's bro. Everybody loves Nico. People that know Nico, Nico's a great. You can't hate him. What are you gonna hate him for?
Yeah,
You know,
something's wrong with you if you don't like him.
yeah. Like you're a bad person if you don't like Nico. You know,
Facts. Yeah.
uh, like there's gotta be some like inward on you. You know,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
but
Facts.
it's the experience. You
But
know, like
keeping it real though, keeping it 100,
yeah,
you
keep it
can
on
see, you've been doing this since a kid, and you can see a lot of these guys, Shakur, a lot of these guys have done it when they were a kid. And then when you have a nice famous, you know, when you can market yourself like other people can't market themselves using Ali's name,
Mhm.
it gets we're on camera, there's nothing you can say. I could
Right.
just watch his next, his last fight, and you really can't say much besides lack of experience.
That's all it is, and because look, I see Nico. He spars. The dude has like retarded good conditioning. Because he'll spar, and this dude will spar hell of rounds and still be in shape. So that's a great thing. I think that's where he really got his grandfather's like genes from. Because
Mm.
that like he has crazy conditioning. Like this dude would be sparring like a million rounds and still hit the bag after and still be cool. The kid trains hard. He's a good kid. I think it's just that fight will make him grow, you know, as he progresses. And let's see what he does now, you know, especially with who he fights, how he fights them. It gives him a different a different look. And look, Ali didn't just have only, you know, one loss. Come on, we know this now. So and then in boxing, you know, most of the time a loss is, you know, is detrimental. But I think with a guy like Nico, you do give him I wouldn't say slack or leeway, but not a pass either, but it's okay because it's okay. He got a loss. He's young. He's inexperienced compared to all of us. You know, like I've been boxing since I came out the womb. You know what I mean? So he's gonna have to compete with guys like that.
Yeah,
And let's see where it goes.
it's all there's a level of hype that you deliver. You know what I'm saying? Like, for instance, I'm Puerto Rican, and after we lost Miguel Cotto,
Hmm.
we've been looking for that, not just a Puerto Rican champion, but a Puerto Rican superstar. So we ended up delivering a hype with Edgar Berlanga, and even to a Berlanga standpoint, great kid, learning on the job till this day. But you develop a really big hype that you have to kind of, now you gotta display that talent that everyone is seeing, even when you start to move up into competition.
No, you got to live up to it, and see, for me, it's not like even what me and my dad talk about. It's not just about me winning November 16th, and just not even just this date, the next fight, the next fight after that. It's not just about just winning. For me, it's about putting on like a performance. You know, like just
Hmm.
looking beautiful boxing. You know,
Hmm.
like where it's no question. Like I'm doing some wow, some ooh ah stuff. You get what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And
Hmm.
and that's and that's what I like to do because you know, like I like to please the crowd as well. I like when the fans are like, yeah, they're cheering, you know, like in my last fight, the last round, I went like that. Yeah, everybody was like cheering and there wasn't that many people in there yet because it was just starting to get people in. But I was like this, just cheering, you know, it's people like cheering because they're like, yeah, it's a good fight, and I'm like, yeah, if it's a good fight, you know, I want y'all to make some noise. So um, I also think it also plays in how, you know, the fights that they had beforehand. You know, like Edgar, he stopped a lot of guys. I mean, come on, we was like 16-0, 16 knockouts. I mean, I'm wearing his pants right now. You can't see it, but I'm wearing his pants right now. Um,
Yeah.
he's also a good guy and he gets his stuff done. And you know, he's my boy as well. It's just when you get a lot of hype, there's a lot to live up to. Like if I was Ollie's grandson, man, I'll be using that all the time too. Like what? I'm Ollie's grandson. Like you get what I'm saying? And this dude's made more money than most of the guys around. You know, like that's coming up around him. Anywho, he's made way more. He's making way more money than that. You know?
Ali.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Miko.
saying. So
Yeah.
so so like and Edgar as well. They making a lot more money than those guys that are like they not hype trains. They good, but you know they just not we not don't got hype like that. I put myself in that category. Like I'm a great fighter. I just don't got that hype train yet. You know what I'm saying? That people are like, damn, you know, this guy could fight. Excuse my language, but you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like people know I could fight, but once I get that hype of like man, people post to me like, oh, this guy's gonna fight. Floyd Diaz has a fight coming up. Look out for him. You know, I think it really boils down to who they fought beforehand, right, and who they're gonna fight after. So how they
Yeah.
move Berlanga is that's how it's gonna play out. And how they
Mhm.
move Nico. That you get what I'm saying? Like I fought the guys I fought been undefeated. You can look at my box record right now. Like I think I fought like four undefeated guys, something like that. And the if you look at all those guys that were like
They
2 and
moved you
1,
well.
they moved me well.
They
I
moved you
fought some
well.
great fighters and guys that gave me tough tests and wasn't there to just lay down. And now where I'm at is when I could fight these 16 and ones, I could do it confidently. You know, like
Mhm.
like this people to this most people it's probably just another test or oh it's gonna be a great fight. But I know what I got. I ain't gonna say I ain't worried about him. I know he's gonna come guns blazing. He gonna fight as best as he possibly can, and I hope he comes out sharp as he's ever been. I hope he does. But it don't matter. You know what I mean when it comes to me, it
I
don't
mean,
matter.
you're still 20 years old. The last guy you fought, was 9-8.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, you got so much time to groom, and you
Mm-hmm.
continue doing
Mm-hmm.
what you got to do as far as like you said, showsmanship, man. Show us a show. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So that being said, November 16th, you can catch my man right here, Floyd. So another thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Cash flow. Where did the alias come from? Cash flow.
So, and most people, they know that little kid that was hitting mitts, the little baby that was hitting mitts with Roger Mayweather and all that. Uh, Back in the day, with the do rag, young cash flow. Floyd Mayweather gave me that nickname. Um, he gave me that nickname when I was an infant. And I was in the gym one day and he just saw me. He liked me. Roger, me and Roger had some sort of chemistry. And once he named me Castro, he named me his protege. No man, after that I blew up. Floyd gave me the platform. And although I'm not with them, I'm just with Top Rank, I'm doing my own thing. As I would assume he would like. I'm doing my thing and I'm, seeing me grow. Um he gave me that platform, and that's why I'm forever thankful for that. They gave me that platform, and now I'm cash flow. Everybody, if you don't know me personally, of me, somebody that knows me, especially in the boxing world. Like I'm one of the most like, not to be cocky, but I'm one of those most unfamous famous people. Like my follower count may not show that, but man, like people know cash flow. You heard of cash flow somewhere, somehow if you know
Yeah.
boxing at all, you know. And so cash flow that came from Floyd Mayweather himself, and I'm glad it did. That was kind of like my origin story almost, you know. And
Yeah,
so
your dad called you Floyd after Floyd. That's crazy.
oh, he did. He named me Floyd after Floyd Mayweather, like that.
Mhm.
Like that wasn't unintentional or after. He named me that because he used to love when before Floyd was Floyd Mayweather when he was Pretty Boy. He thought he was a great fighter. Started thinking of names and Floyd and how I met him is crazy, So crazy how life works.
You know, I remember last time I talked to you, you said, eventually one day you're gonna, let everybody know why, you and Floyd didn't work out. Even in the comments, people still want to know. Is that like a common question you get?
I get that. I get that basically all the time. Because you already asked my question. I gave my answer like before that,
Mhm.
so but like other interviewers are just I think people in general, they kind of stopped asking that question more often. Like when I first turned pro, oh man, like yo, like you could go on YouTube, watch my first fight. After my first fight, my interview, bro, I had like a billion comments. Why he ain't team with TMT? Like I betrayed TMT or whatever. And it's all good, Like one day I will, I'm gonna sit down. I'll probably make a video like just myself, whatever, be in the dark or whatever, make it look like mad serious, and then just talk about it, Like it ain't nothing like that. I ain't worried about talking about and just people knowing, but I've been doing my own thing for a while. Floyd told me himself, do what's best for me. He told me on my pop stat, so I'm doing what's best for me right now. um, all kudos to Floyd and the fighter he was, and the platform he gave me. I'm grateful for that. And now it's for me. I got the platform. That's all I need. Now I'm gonna be the best fighter I can be, and one day be in that Hall of Fame. So that's where we at right now.
That's a lot of respect. That's a lot of respect, and I can appreciate a guy that has their own morals and respects everybody and stuff like that. Um, Nah, but nevertheless, man, November 16th, catch my man Cash Flow Diaz. He's gonna be in the building on the TV portion. So make sure you guys check that out. It should be ESPN Plus.
ESPN
Um,
Plus.
and definitely check that out. I will be, and that'll be on the Shakur Stevenson card. He just broke down some of the fights that were going to be on that card. So we got a four banger, also with undefeated welterweights on the Coco feature. So make sure you guys check out, my man Floyd Cashflow Diaz, November 16th. And yeah, man, any last minute words? Also, shout out your social media where people can find you: Twitter, Instagram, everything, YouTube, whatever you got.
So man, y'all look up at Flow Cashflow Diaz. Y'all look up Cash Flow. Y'all gonna find me. You know what I mean? Say the full at Flow Cashflow Diaz underscore in between each on Instagram. Y'all can find me at the real Cash Flow on Twitter. Um, y'all can find me anywhere. Y'all can find me on TikTok, the underscore real Cash Flow. I'm also on that platform as well. Y'all can find
You
me.
go
Y'all look me
crazy?
up.
You go crazy?
Nah, but I'm starting to. I'm starting to. I gotta show people what I got. Like me. I'm more of an older head. Like I like being like out the way. I don't post nothing. I'm just know I'm training. Don't worry about me. I'm training.
Yeah,
So but it's social media days. So I gotta start showing people what I got, and there ain't nothing to mess around with. So y'all can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and yeah, man. This is November 16th. I'm gonna put on another spectacular performance. I'm gonna show y'all again what I'm made of. I'm fighting a 16-1-1. We're fighting for a WBC youth. We on the ESPN Plus portion, T-Mobile Arena. Probably gonna be mostly packed by the time I fight. So if you're not there, watch on ESPN Plus. It's only a couple dollars, you know. And yeah, man, support me. And just know one day I'm gonna be at the top, and y'all can say y'all watched me when I was a youngin'.
absolutely, absolutely, man. Much respect, man, and much respect to your pops too, man. Salute to your pops for,
Shout out to Pops,
just
man.
just bringing any young man into the world with a lot of respect that you have, but at the same time, having over 200, amateur fights. That's a lot of drive and that's a lot of commitment.
Mm.
So salute to him and all your guys' team success.
Yeah,
We'll be
shout out.
watching you, my.
Yeah, thank you, man. Shout out to Pops, man. Shout out to the whole team as well. Shout out to my family. Without them, I really couldn't do it. You get what I'm saying? Like I also have the fans that support me and motivate me, but it's mainly my pops and my family that really drive me. Like my pops is hard on me, but he does it for a reason, so that I'll be at the top one day. And so I'm gonna fulfill that vision he has. That he knows I could accomplish. And so shout out to Pops, love you, man. Shout out to my family, love you, moms, all that, my brothers and my uncles, my aunts. So yeah, man, we're gonna be, to the whole family, the Cashflow family. You feel me? So, November 16th, T-Mobile Arena. Check me out, man.
Can't wait, man. Can't wait. Salute to you. God bless. And we on to the next one, brother.
All right, all right.
Make sure you guys like, comment, and share this uh, onto your YouTube channels. And make sure you guys hit me up on Twitter. It's Mill City Boxing. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. This is Mill City Boxing, home of the high level pro boxing media, the fighters channel, the trainers channel, my people's channel. God bless.
God bless.